after we know the team's going to the major, of course. Will it be NIP as one of the NA teams? Well, that's what we're here to help find out, on their way at least. They got a Crystal Maiden Puck opening. Certainly a strong one. In fact, we've been referencing the stats quite a bit, so let's go ahead and do that once again. Let me actually refresh it real quickly, see where it stands. So Crystal Maiden is still the top picked hero. Her win percentage dropped a little bit, but is still at 64% win percentage at 81 matches. Puck is third most at 62 matches, and is at 54% win percentage. So this Puck Crystal Maiden opening, very strong right now in the current meta that teams have decided. And you have two of the three most popular heroes in these open and close qualifiers that have taken place throughout these last 4 days or so. Yeah, I think you're feeling pretty good about your chances already if you're NIP. Jakiro on the other side, I believe noEscape went Jakiro in their previous matchup that we watched there a little bit of. Again, didn't go so well for them. They are going to go the Doom. This actually might be the same opening they had in that match that we casted. I remember they had a Doom into a Morphling there as well. And again, against the Morphling, it certainly made sense. But I think it kind of goes back to noEscape doing what they like to be comfortable with when it comes to their openings. I do think Doom is getting a little more interest as well post-patch by teams. Definitely more than Jakiro. Feels like Jakiro is just, like I said, more of that personal, confident pick. Nonetheless, bans to follow. Speaking of that, the initial bans, we had the Coddle, Magnus, Tusk for noEscape. We had the Tiny, Veno, and Lone Druid taken away from Ninjas in Pyjamas. And now one more ban before the first pick happened, or the third pick happens, excuse me. We got the Rubik ban from NIP. You have Earth Spirit Viper on the other side.
5 seconds remaining.
No Void Spirit or Snapfire. I know that was brought up earlier. No, with so much happening, honestly, with so much changing in the patch, it wouldn't have surprised me if this was one of those times where Valve was like, let's just put the new heroes in Captain's Mode too. Why not? You know, we changed so much else. Let's just throw the new heroes in as well. As usual, though, when it comes to new heroes, there is going to be a phase probably through the first major. I assume with the next cycle even that begins, we'll probably see Snapfire and Void Spirit enter into competitive play. But they are both not being able to be picked in this tournament. So for those that are maybe hoping for one of those, ain't going to happen. I see NIP Gaming in chat right there. I wonder who he's rooting for. Wonder who it is, actually. People say it's PPD. Lol. Yeah, I don't think PPD is typing under the NIP Gaming account while drafting for his team.
10 seconds remaining.
That'd be some good multitasking right there.
5
Anyways, a
seconds
Baden pickup
remaining.
coming out for NIP. It feels like it kind of goes back to that they're picking a lot of these just really popular in-meta heroes right now. Even Abaddon, I want to say, is like 12th pick overall through these qualifiers. And obviously there's a reason why they are popular. In this game, the Aphotic Shield, of course, is going to be a powerful tool to use. Gets you out of Jakiro stuff. Actually pretty good against Disruptor as well. So almost surprised to see that Disruptor pick coming out there, as NIP is very confident with their Wraith King pick. Okay. Setting up to be a Skitter Wraith King, perhaps. Let me double check on Wraith King. Did Wraith King not get touched in the patch? Oh, I have it on B. That's why. One sec. Wraith King. He did. His ability rework, Mortal Strike, Skeleton's damage reduced slightly, and the Vampiric Aura no longer affects creeps as well. The lifesteal was reduced on the Vampiric Aura, but the Vampiric Aura now provides up to 24 bonus damage at half value for Skeleton. So Vampiric Aura definitely, I guess it got a mix of a nerf plus a buff at the same time. So that's kind of interesting there. There's the Lifestealer pick coming out from noEscape Esports. Lifestealer has definitely been a talked about hero post-patch with the new way Infest works, his Rage, how that works now, the open wounds, etc. So Templar Assassin, then the final pick for noEscape. So right now, TA potentially pretty good. What can NIP, though, do to respond? They are needing a mid-hero still. Venomancer, they
10 seconds
banned.
remaining.
Batrider is still there. Batrider is
5
actually
seconds
not
remaining.
bad against Lifestealer as well as, again, the TA matchup in the lane. It is a unique mid-hero, but if you want a hero that's certainly going to come out on top in the lane matchup, certainly one you can think about.
Choose your
Monkey
hero.
King is also another pretty good hero in both of those matchups, actually, as well, I guess. So they do go Gunnar on the Monkey King, definitely more of a traditional hero as well. And there you go. The draft is complete. So, noEscape. The Disruptor continues to kind of throw me off. Static Storm, always a good tool. I don't know how powerful Disruptor is going to be this game, though. Like I said, Abaddon actually already a pretty good answer in general to a couple of these heroes with that Aphotic Shield. I will say noEscape did a good job of not drafting a heavy cooldown lineup when you're playing against a Wraith King. That's pretty important. They don't necessarily have the longest of cooldowns that they're relying on, like the Black Holes, etc. I mean, Doom itself, sure, but outside of that, nothing too crazy, and it's not like they needed to win these team fights. I don't mind noEscape's lineup as a whole. Feels like they potentially could be pretty strong. It's a matter of how well Ramjet could do as well in the Templar Assassin, of course, but overall, it goes back to when you you consider the teams in this match as well. Certainly favor NIP in the end. All right, game one of this two-game series. Continuing on with the group stages. NIP trying to continue their momentum,
Prepare for battle.
where noEscape is trying to look for their first win.
Missing bottom.
The new Vampiric Aura change on the Wraith King, certainly interesting. I love that taunt. I guess this is probably seen more as a buff, huh? Just that bonus. It is half bonus damage for skeletons, but still, when it came to lifesteal, especially with like your skeletons, were you really as adamant about that being the case? I wouldn't think so. And the fact it's picked up here by NIP makes me believe
30
that
seconds to battle.
Skitter perhaps under that impression. We could actually have some good contesting for these bounty runes. It's one of the first games I've been able to cast that we're definitely setting up to have some fights going on. In fact, is NIP going to get all four? Oh,
The
no.
battle begins.
They actually could get all four. NIP actually gets all four bounty runes. Oh, yeah, that's not a good sign. Oh, PPD's going to rub it in. I'm sure a legitimate pause coming out, but it is kind of it's gonna get noEscape to think a little bit more about. Wait a second, did we just actually give up all four bounty runes? Yeah, we did. Whoops. Apparently some voice issues coming out.
This changes everything. I miss my bones.
So yeah, they did nerf Infest slightly in that B patch that took place very recently.
I saw that ending from miles away.
It is Biver on the puck, so obviously a support puck, Abaddon in the hands of Universe.
I'll take it.
Well, hell's bells.
Got the bucklers picked up early on as well. Both the cores running with the early buckler. Both Monkey King and the Wraith King. Interesting there. So far, the standings and how they're looking today, you see both groups and the up-to-date standings as I have them. Over there in Group A, Chaos Esports off to a very good start, 2-0, winning both of their series 2-0. The Fighting Pandas have only played the one so far. I think they play another series coming up here soon. Looks like against We Dislike Bears, the other open qualifier team. But they are 1-0 so far. Obviously over in Group B, Evil Geniuses, as I'm sure a lot of you know, tuning in now, heading over here. They are, of course, 2-0. And then we mentioned NIP here, 1-0, now playing their second and final series of the night. All right, it looks like we are back, though. As the blocking definitely favoring Templar Assassin. Gonna get in there a little bit late. Saw Biver recently. He surpassed 9,000 MMR, I believe it was. So I'll make a tweet about that. Good for him. It's pretty good. Doom also with his own buckler. Let's see Peter Pan Dam, though. Zoning Sonic quite a bit. Sonic with those boots, but just doesn't matter. This Crystal Maiden getting him low. And is currently out of regen, so is actually going to use those boots to go all the way back to the fountain. See the aura picked up by Crystal Maiden, so those balls of light forming. All flashy. Yeah, Wraith King is getting free farm down here essentially at the bottom lane. In fact, all three cores.
Nothing will stand in my
Take
way.
a look at the chart over there to the left and looking very good for Ninjas in Pyjamas.
I take what I please.
Including this mid matchup, 13-5 Monkey King versus the 8-1 Templar Assassin right now. Connor currently with that double damage active. Just hitting TA every time she gets somewhat close. You see the courier. Puck was attempting to snipe the courier there, it looked like, but unable to connect to it. Will we see an Ags Doom coming out with that new Infernal Blade Ags? Probably not. Maybe. Who the hell knows, right? It does provide that break now as well, on top of the longer duration. I suppose against a Baton that may not be bad, actually.
This was over before it started.
But no, you probably wouldn't want that. What do you mean? This is Grant. People say I sound like him all the time.
You thought you were winning?
Or does he sound like me? Man, this is a dominating laning phase from NIP right now. 2,000 net worth lead, all three cores. They really are just free farming, and the lanes just seem to be very weak right now from noEscape. Obviously, a player matchup definitely coming into play here, but It certainly feels like that outdraft is taking place right now here in Game 1 of the series. Even with TA getting that haste rune, where's off there, but Monkey King goes right back to hitting the TA. Fractions put up. Top lane, we possibly could have a kill. Lifestealer getting low. Able to survive, though. Eats some trees. Pops a salve, so he'll get plenty of regen from it. They're not going to let up necessarily, though, as NIP.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Puck out!
This is especially what a batting can do, of course. And again, especially this matchup against Jakiro, it goes back to that as well. So 5-minute bounty runes, by the way, coming out.
Dire's middle tower is under
Don't tell me NIP is going to get all 4 of them again. Oh, no. Oh, jeez. That's unfortunate. Well, NIP has 8-0 in bounty rune control right now. Yeah, Disruptor continues to be not the most useful hero right now in the lane. Just throwing up that Thunder Strike, and that's it, which is only level 1, actually. And a Midas being built from Skitter. Remember that recipe cost did get increased by another 100 gold in the latest patch, but not going to stop Skitter.
Radiant's middle tower is under
And they want to
attack.
go for Sonic, by the way. Skeleton's out, but he's going to be caught in that kinetic field.
Dire's middle
Can't
tower
chase too
is
far,
under
but he's still
attack.
manning up against Flo. Got him the Wraith Fire Blast in 5 seconds, a little too long. What's Monkey King going for? He's got the Echo Saber queued up. Plenty of stats to work with. So 30 more seconds, and then neutral items could be dropping soon.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
As noEscape is going to group up to Shrine. Monkey King will spot them doing that and then just
Dire's
run away with the
bottom
phase
tower
boots.
is
He's
under
going
attack.
for some traps, though. Nice job killing that one. Another phase boot use, picks up Arcane. And he just keeps running away. At the top lane, Lifestealer, again, being heavily harassed underneath the tower. He's just going to rage TP out. Oh. Able to get to the Shrine. He took heavy damage there, but not enough for lethal. I mean, the game's still 0-0, so that's where it's like, okay, noEscape's doing pretty well, but then you look at a lot of other things, and it's going horribly. 5,000 net worth later. They do get the
Dire's
first
top
neutral
tower
item.
is under attack.
Looks like Flo picks it up. Grabs that Arcane Ring. Not too shabby to have on him, but he's going to lose his teammates so much for no kill yet. Or maybe, okay, yeah. Peter Pan Dam will finish it with that Crystal Nova.
And it's already icing over.
And First Blood going the way of PPD. Who had that on their list? Gunner, by the way, he gets an Iron Talon. Lifestealer does queue up a Hannah Midas as well, but in comparison especially, it is a
Radiant's
lot
middle
further
tower
away.
is under
To the
attack.
temple's defense.
He is not doing too good when it comes to his net worth right now. Obviously, no one really is on the dire side, unfortunately. Top lane, they could be engaging here once again. Lifestealer. Yamsum. The bat in, trying to chase him down. Yamsum in a lot of trouble, though. Silence comes in, and he's dead.
Dire's middle tower
Rage was on
is
cooldown
under
anyways. But eventually the dive works for the kill.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And it might not be the most action-packed
Radiant's
game in
middle
hero
tower
kills,
is
but we
under
got a
attack.
6,000 net worth lead for NIP, and they're doing what they need to do to put themselves in a good spot to pull through the victory. Sooner than later at this rate, too. Wraith King is going to have the Hand of Midas very shortly, in the next minute here at least. Echo Saber again, almost finished for Gunnar. So their two carries are going to just start amplifying. Templar Assassin on the other side. Managed to fight an Iron Talon at least, so going to help her neutral farm in a little bit. As there's Gunnar picking up the broom handle. For some reason, still, that's one of those where you see your broom handle for some reason deals 12 damage and gives you 3 armor. Those trolling names.
Dire's middle tower
He's
is
going to
under
just
attack.
go into the jungle though, and never mind. I looked like he was going to maybe hunt down the Lifestealer, but he pours to the bottom lane because action's down here. Wraithfire Blast hits Disruptor.
Dire's top
He's
tower
got that
is
glimpse
under
ready to go if need be, but jump in from Gunnar. They did not expect this. The glimpse back, unable to save his teammate. 10 minutes, by the way, and let the outpost be taken. It looks like NIP is setting up to get both of them. Did they get all 4 bounty runes? Oh, God. noEscape, come on now. I know NIP is the favorite team, but
Dire's top tower is under attack.
12-0 bounty runes? There just is no excuse for that. No escape, more like no excuse. That's trying too hard. It's already another 1,000 gold almost saved up for Skitter. He's got the Hand of Midas. He actually gets the Iron Talon, I believe, handed off to him as well. Byver's kind of toying with them right now. How is TA looking on a blink? It's still pretty far off. In fact, Puck is actually much closer to a blink right now on the other side. Granted, it's not as much farm around, but still. Get the point. TA very underfarmed right now. They might catch Byver, though. It looks like it. They blow their load in a sense, and they do barely kill him. Actually almost got away right there. But Disruptor popping that static storm kinetic field combo. Catching him out of position slightly. Lifestealer kind of is playing a support Lifestealer this game.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, come on, you're dead already.
Looks like Doom actually got found by Monkey King for a solo kill.
Dire's
The
top
Wukong's
tower
command even
is
needed.
under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, okay, that is being clarified. Okay, got it. So I guess, so the actual overall price was actually the same on Hand of Midas. They just reduced the gloves cost, so they increased the recipe cost to make up for it. That makes sense. Well, Lifestealer infest into the creep is not going to save him right there. Gunnar with the Wukong's thrown down. And that Lifestealer goes down as well. You see Armlet now picked up by Wraith King. Talk about Skitter having some fantastic farm. What more else is there to say this game? And this is just pure dominance from NIP right now. Clearly on a mission.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Skitter also gets that poor man shield. He's going old school here. Poor man shield, Iron Talon.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Crystal Maiden's freely farming in the Dire jungle right now. PPD though finds Lifestealer. Gunnar comes over and is going to get Yamsun to just TP away. Looks like Lifestealer has changed his mind on the Hand of Midas idea. It's just taking way too long. Instead, he queues up the Armlet for now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Outpost control from NIP. Not 15 minutes yet, but both of them are currently controlled by them. However, Crystal
Dire's
Maiden
middle tower has
Be
fallen.
in trouble. TP's coming in. It takes forever, though. And PPD ends up going down. Only the second kill for noEscape so far. But especially for TA, they need that. She's got the blink now, telling her team not to give up. Skidder jumps on a flow, but had that protection there. Again, 15 minutes coming in. The Bounty Rune's spawning. There's that outpost control, and again, both being controlled by NMP, so they get the experience benefit. And again, they're going to get every bounty. Like, literally,
Dire's
0
bottom
bounty
tower
runes
is
have been
under
taken
attack.
from noEscape at 15 minutes into the game.
Double
Dire's
damage.
bottom
mean,
tower has fallen.
You ain't going to win a game if that's the case. It's a 15,000 net worth lead, nearly 10,000 experience lead.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So they're trying to find a kill on a puck up here. Puck choosing to go the bots first over the blink. He actually drain coils the TA and then runs. Look at that. All 5 heroes were in the area trying to gank this puck, including Lifestealer inside Templar Assassin, and they cannot come through to do so. So instead, Lifestealer will chill for now inside the TA.
Dire's bottom tower
Are
has
they going to
fallen.
go back around? Nope. No, that's awkward. This game's not going too well for noEscape. There's a lot of things going wrong. Anyways, they might get a kill here on Monkey King. Doom's up. Who am I kidding?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Too much protection nearby, so the Doom's not going to really matter. Monkey King actually sitting with the Dragon skill now as well. And I believe I just saw him purchase a Diffusal Blade. Wraith King picks up the Desolator. Let's go to Roshan, they say. They have a Vlad's on a Batten. An NIP. They're doing everything just so fluid now, so much like clockwork, and noEscape just seems frankly lost as far as what they need to be doing. So a lot of it comes down to Lifestealer, again, spending a little bit too much time perhaps with that infest chance, and need to get him any kind of farm. And they truly are running a 4-1 strategy at this point, though. It almost seems like it's impossible for him to recover. And Templar Assassin at least almost has a Desolator. There's TP's coming in, though. TA could be in trouble. Dream Coil locking her in place. Does have Doom nearby, but now with Gunner showing up, TA doesn't stand a chance, and Flo realizing he could be in trouble now. They realize he's in the area. Can they stop him? Don't believe so. And so Doom actually does escape, but they caught the TA. She's out for 30 more seconds. Got the smoke attempt here from noEscape. Eventually going to be popped out. Gunner running them down. Finds them. Static Storm's in. The damage, though, is just so little. They don't do nearly enough. Gunner just mans up right here. Palace Strike drops one. They take out Lifestealer. And Jakiro says, see ya. This is one of those games where you kind of wonder if the Dire team realizes
Dire's middle tower
how far
is
behind
under
they actually
attack.
are.
Dire's
I mean,
middle
when you don't get
tower
any bounty
has
runes for
fallen.
the first 4 spawns of them, you'd think you're pretty aware.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
But for now, noEscape is going to attempt to give themselves a chance.
Radiant are scanning.
Doom is up on Monkey King. We've seen this multiple times, but he just doesn't care. Lifestealer pops out of the Doom as they kill him. Freezing Field, they end up killing TA, who had jumped into no man's land. TA insistent, don't give up, there's a chance.
Dire's top barracks are under
They call
attack.
GG.
Dire's top barracks.
So it is just game one, but clearly a one-sided game favoring NIP. I do certainly think our draft was part of it. I know that is a hindsight thing to say, sure. It did feel like the drafts maybe were okay, but I think the biggest weakness, as was completely exposed by NIP, was that laning phase. The lack of strong supports to assist. And all three lanes were won pretty decisively by the cores of NIP, and they could not recover after that. And picking up TA into an unknown matchup is also a dangerous idea, as we saw here. I mean, it's only 11-2 hero kills at the end of the game, but NIP did a hell of a job of controlling objectives especially. And they certainly deserve the victory, so congratulations to them. But we still got one more game to go here in this series, so ladies and gentlemen, appreciate tuning in. Hopefully you're having some fun watching some great Dota here on day number 1 of the group stages, this case the NA region. I'm Breaky CPK, your commentator, and we'll be back with game number 2. So another short break coming up. Game 2, though, just around the corner. Stay tuned. We'll be back here for the DreamLeague Season 13 North American Qualifiers.